I could count every time that I fall in. Even when I'm in so deep, it gets hard to see you still all in. I've been lost by myself in the darkness. Know that I can find my way even on the days when it's hardest. But I still need you. Please, my Lord, hold me when the lightning strikes. Lead me home, and I don't know which way is right. Love me when it's hard, I promise that I'm not leaving from the side. And when I fall apart, promise in the dark, you'll be my nightlight. You'll be my nightlight. You'll be my
Hey, Flips.
There was a little girl, afraid of the big white world. She grew up within her castle walls. Now and then she tried to run, and then on a night with the setting sun, she went in the woods away, so afraid, all alone. I've been looking through my memories, I've been trying to see your face, but you're moving like a mystery, and you look the other way. If you found me in the pouring rain, would you let me in? Would you look into your memories? Tell me where you've been. When the sun is going down, I feel you coming closer. Counting in the dark, I feel at home. I see you light up the sky, you're dancing in light aurora. I see the stars in your eyes, but leaving a light as aurora. My father more than you're gone, and I'm still holding on to a light in the sky, you're dancing in light aurora. She was hypnotized and walking on cold thin ice. Then it broke and she awoke again. Then she ran faster and started screaming, "Is there someone out there? Please help me. Just let me in." Ooh. When the sun is going down, I feel you coming closer. Counting in the dark, I feel at home. I see you light up the sky, you're dancing in light aurora.
Hi, Cod.
See the stars in your eyes, but leaving a light as aurora. My father more than you're gone,
What is it?
and I'm still holding on to a light in the sky, you're dancing in light aurora. Everything you want and go, love me the magic story. You've been telling you'll be safe under my control. Just let me in. Ooh. Follow everywhere I go. Jump over the mountains of
I mean, it was alright. How was your day?
dreaming on. Just let me in. Ooh. I could run, I could cry, I could plead. I could say it's never gonna get any better than leave. I could throw my hands up, I could fall to my knees. I could tell myself I'm strong enough to give all the love that I need. But I still need you. Please, my Lord, hold me when the lightning strikes. Lead me home, and I don't know which way is right. Love me when it's hard, I promise that I'm not.
Currently on call with some of my friends. Alright.
And when I fall apart, promise in the dark, you'll be my nightlight. You'll be my nightlight.
So you don't want to see the fail of an attempt on the game I'm gonna play tonight. Got it. See how it is.
talk to you so I can be close to you. It's really simple if you look at it that way. Time that we get by with money we don't know. Pockets empty but hearts are full anyway. Hey, playing like children and love like orange. You were too good for me, but I wanted you anyway. I always loved you over my head, even when you left alone to make your parents mad. Say goodbye to your own life.
Why are you feeling that way? Huh? What you mean?
Victory screech!
I mean, if you guys don't want me to stream, I can get off.
You talk to me like breeze running free.
I mean, I'll go back to bed. I'll see y'all later, guys. Bye. Nah, I'll be right back.
You take a picture of us kissing and cries. It makes my day 10 times better. Yeah, playing like children and love like orange. You were too good for me, but I wanted you anyway. I always loved you over my head, even when you lived alone to make your parents mad. Say goodbye to your old life, turn the page, follow my bed. I don't care if loving you over my head.
The touch of yours is what I've been looking for. When you say my name, I just wanna feel you more. I tried to read your book, but
Alright,
it's
I'm
too
back.
complicated.
You love SpongeBob. You had a burrito.
Kids know how you feel. Damn, I hate it.
Sorry, I just came back.
I'm gonna try to find the light from the sun when I'm underwater. I'm gonna try to feel the heat in the cold. You're making it harder. Oh,
What kind of burrito?
every day just passing by. Wanna feel your hand in mine. I'm gonna find the light, which is making me shine.
Oh my god. Trying new food lately? Alright.
The smile of yours.
Go in your box. Why do you always have to get my ass
Never sign
bite?
no more. When you're getting close, what are we waiting for? I tried to stop your bomb, but it detonated. And I can't know how you feel. Damn, I hate it. Oh, I'm gonna try to find the light from the sun when I'm underwater. I'm gonna try to feel the heat in the cold. You're making it harder. Oh, Every day that's passing by, wanna feel your hand in mine. I'm gonna find the light, which is making me shine.
I am. You're fine.
Which is making me shine. Oh, 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 oh.
I feel sold out.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby.
Oh, we love that. I love when my shit crashes. It's just like the best sign of the day, you know? Mm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Love that.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Take you like a pill.
How's everybody's day, man? Oh, shit. Switch. I think I'm gonna watch a video or two before I start what I want to play, so I can wake up a little bit. May or may not have rolled out of bed. Let me see if I can. Is it gonna work today? Let's see. Ran over my daughter. Scary move. Oh my lordy jeebus. How irresponsible as a parent do you have to be to run over your child? Matter of fact, how stupid do you have to be? I'm gonna try to play a game, and if it doesn't work, I'm probably gonna hop on COD. The worst ending for Until Dawn. Everyone dies. Hell yeah, let's go. Ha. I beg to differ. I feel like I've seen this house before.
Man, I'm excited. I just went to the mailbox and guess what I got? Not one, not two, but...
Let's hear about it.
On this week's episode, I explore and investigate Henry's abandoned house hidden in the countryside. The old Victorian
that
home has
hidden.
seen many families come and go over the years, each family with their own secrets and stories to tell. Today we focus on Henry, the last occupant, as it's the only name attached to the property. After reading his obituary, I found that Henry and his wife raised their family here until the children grew old enough to leave the family nest. His wife then sadly passed away a few years later. Henry, now alone, stayed in the family home for several years afterwards. His home, once full of life, became quiet. No children running through the home playing, no noise coming from the other rooms as his wife tended to the housework, nothing. One winter's night in the early 1980s, Henry passed away alone in the house and was found several days later. It has sat deserted and abandoned ever since. Inside I find his remaining possessions, once loved, sat untouched for many years. Today I take a look around this old Victorian home and try to uncover what
I don't know why,
and
but this
who
guy's voice
may
just
remain
doesn't
trapped
hit
inside.
right.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're in the south of England and we're here to check out this absolutely beautiful Victorian home. The house has some absolutely amazing retro features, old comic books, pianos, furniture, so much left behind inside to have a look at. We're going to do a little explore, then we're going to get the equipment out, do an investigation. Apparently a fella called Henry passed away in the house, so we're going to see if we can make contact with him today, and fingers crossed we'll get some in. So with that said, guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit notification for future explores. We're going to get straight into this. It's going to be absolutely amazing and I hope you enjoy it. Let's do it.
Beautiful.
Okay, explorers, so we are about to step inside this fascinating little house that we've found here. Doors are wide open. Look at this porchway though. Nice tiled floor in there. You can see the stained glass on the sides. It's absolutely stunning outside. Doors wide open. Old style letterbox on there. Check out this wallpaper though. Oh my days, it is
So
actual
ugly.
vibes straight away. Just gonna shut this door behind us just in case. Oh, I can't shut it, but check this out. Stained glass above the front door. The old retro wallpaper. Someone's drawn
I love the artwork on the wall.
Look at this. Absolute vibes straight off. Old furniture just in the hallway here. All sawdust all over
Nothing like
there.
a satanic pentagram on the wall, you know what I'm saying, guys?
Set of drawers. Guys, straight off you can feel the vibes in this place. It smells old and musky. Proper abandoned smell. Nice
Smells like youth to
wallpaper.
me.
It is actual creepy vibes in here. It's quite dark as well. Should be an interesting explore. So we're just going to push forward now. Check out these rooms. Check this out. It's quite empty in this room. But look at the stained glass. I'm all fawned up. Actual thorns in here. But look at the stained glass. Green and red. All the damp coming through. But nice old fireplace there. Check that out.
I like the brick.
Nice condition. Proper 70s wallpaper. Old original 70s doors with a deadbolt on the top.
Very
Strange.
glossy door.
Look at this though. Wallpaper hanging down, covering this doorway. We are going to head in there now. See what we can find. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, just stepping
Like a
over
study.
that. Check out the old furniture. Old encyclopedias on top there. Chocolate in the drawers. Look at these. Very good condition as well. What's going on? Like I said, good condition. Nice old drawers. Some playing cards moulded to the bottom there.
That's crazy.
You can just check that out.
Piece of
This is
art.
crazy that this is just all abandoned. This furniture must be worth an absolute fortune. All oak. All the design in there. Mirrors on the floor there. Some artwork left on the fireplace. Look at it all peeling. I don't want to touch that just in case. But it looks like a shepherd having a butty there. Look at this, guys.
Big old fireplace. Take it this was the living room.
Doesn't
Another
look like a living
dresser
room, man.
on the side here. Old record player.
Oops, excuse me.
Precision crafted. Britain by BSR. A Ferguson. Look at that, just sat here. Just dust covering everything. It's quite cold as well in this house. Check this out though. More hand carved furniture. All the cotton from the sewing machine that's over in the corner.
Ooh.
I wonder what that would be for. Is that like film or something like that, or from a camera? I'm not 100%.
Who knows?
That for your needles, but look at that. All the design in the leather. That's so cool. Doing the flamingo there. Flamingo? Doing something. An old Bible from 1956. Christmas present
so tiny
from I
back
think
then.
Shirley and George, I think that says. Just trying to make that out. All the red covers on the side there. Looks like there would have been an old oil lamp here as well. What do we have here? Ah, is that for makeup? It's all butterflies in the design there. Wow. Like I said, cottons. That would have had your needles and that in. Another Bible.
Good lord.
See if there's anything in the drawers. A couple of needles. That one is quite stuck, so I'm not going to rag that open. But like you said, singer. It's not a bando without a singer. But check that out, black and gold, still on its stand.
I'm expecting more
Very
cobwebs
good
than what I'm
condition.
seeing.
So there's your pedal there. You'd obviously pump that to get the get it turning there. Still got a thread in there as well. Look at that. Wow, a leather box full of your cottons. And is that another Bible?
3.
Wow, they like the Bible in here, didn't they? There's 3 just in this room, just hidden away. Check that out. Nice bit of kit there. But look how eerie it is in here, guys. I'm just going to show you how dark it is for a second. Look at this. That is unreal. Pitch black in this place.
Yeah, there's no
It smells all
electricity.
dusty and old. Some birthday cards here from Rona. Happy birthday, Henry, with love and best wishes. To Henry, so this is obviously Henry's house. Have a very happy birthday from Richard and Lacey. More birthday cards, old cassettes there. Another birthday card. We have a load of postcards here as well.
Back when shit was
More
good.
birthday cards. Wow, Henry's house.
I loved getting letters.
Like dogs. But look at this handcrafted furniture here. All the detail in that. White mould. Should have worn my gloves. But this is actually amazing. Coffee table there. All carved as well. Check the legs out on that. Can you believe that all this furniture's just left abandoned in this old house? Henry's house, obviously. Wallpaper's peeling down.
It's really
Still got
cold in there, it
artwork.
looks like.
You see my breath? Absolutely freezing. But like I was saying, this place is ultimate vibes. All the shadows coming round the corners, all sorts like that. Freaking me out. Can't wait to get the equipment on the go in here. Let's check what we've got here. Now it's been kicked free. You can actually see a footprint on there as well. But what's this? So they've had security at some point. Obviously no more. Oh, look at this guy on the stairs. Old Blue Eyes here.
Oh no.
Must have had children here as well. But check this place out. Nice banisters. Like I was saying, the old retro wallpaper. Guys, I was about to head in that room, but I've just heard something from up here. Hello? The back door's up here. Hello? was strange. That was very strange. Right, I'm gonna continue into this back room.
Hey, look,
Oh,
there's a
check this out,
piano.
guys. Old piano. Arthur Day and Sons, Luton. Song sheets just sat on the top. Oh, it's not working. Oh! We got a note. You can see the floor's all falling through there.
Oh,
It's
that's
not
not
very
good.
secure. Check that out. Straight into the floor. Very dangerous. Just that noise has just thrown me off. We are going to head into there now and see if anyone's in here. I don't think so. Freaked me out, that. Got the ivy coming between the sheet metal and the window.
Yup.
Nature really does just come through no matter what. Looks like it's the kitchen. The floor is so sketchy. Is that alright? Oh, kitchen's been ripped out here though. Wallpaper hanging down. Just a single chair. Seems quite weird and creepy. Guys, I've just clear as day. I hope the cameras pick this up. Heard a footstep. Clear as day.
That's a big nope, nope.
See the old servant bells up there? Trying to stay professional, let's keep moving. Even though I am so freaked out.
It's not the worst
This is where I heard the noise from.
kitchen.
The back door's obviously locked. Nobody's used it for a long time. You see the cobwebs all around. But it looks
Yeah.
like there was a bit of a kitchen or workspace in here which has been
Very
ripped
small
out.
kitchen, but it's cute. I like the blue.
But this is where I just heard the noise from before we went in the piano room. There is holes in the floor upstairs, so maybe it could be that. And it's just sounded like it's come from in here. You can see straight through to the upstairs.
Lucky, can
Just
you
got
put
to
me
be so
down?
careful on this floor. Look at it, it's dodgy as. I've literally just heard a footstep from this corridor. I'm just going to ignore it, because if I think about it too much, I'll shit my pants. Right, so we're going to pass Blue Eyes on the stairs.
Real men shit their pants.
Head
I'm just
upstairs, see
kidding.
what we have.
Okay.
So that's two noises I've heard already. Footstep. I'm going to say two sets of footsteps. Very weird indeed. Weird how there's dolls just kicking about up here as well. What do we have here? Old bathroom, ripped out obviously. But look at this. Cobwebs literally everywhere. So I'd say this house has been abandoned a long time.
I mean, just look at the door.
Paint peel on the doors. And look at old, I don't know, Agatha Christie over there in the corner with a little bonnet and her dress. Just sat watching over this.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Bro, this dude mentioned, COD. He mentioned, I don't know if you were watching, how there's like holes in the upstairs and he's up there now. Second time he's seen a doll, there was a naked one on the stairs.
Room. Such a weird place, guys. Obviously, being
He's
here on
already
my
seeing
own,
his breath and
it's gonna be extra vibes, but
heard
shouldn't really
footsteps.
be hearing stuff if I'm here on my own. Does remind me of a house off a horror film. Literally does. Right, let's push forward. Next room. Got this retro
would say he
wallpaper
indeed
still
played
on
himself.
this landing. Gonna head into this room.
Oh, nah.
Oh wow.
Welcome back, Pumpkin.
Got stuff thrown everywhere in here. Children's books, boxes that we're gonna check out.
I didn't hear you answer when it was asked, but are you playing COD or Hogwarts tonight? Either or. I'm gonna try to play Hogwarts, and then if that doesn't work, I'll fuck around with it off screen, and I'll hop on COD. It's your room? God damn. Bro, fucking clean your room.
Some more song sheets.
china on the side
Good
there.
God, you
Little
got
bits
books
of
everywhere?
furniture. It does look like the place has been cleared out, but obviously they've given up or were scared off. Here's a box of song sheets. So many in there as well. Just trying to look for, you know, like something to give me an idea for a date. Upstairs, downstairs, there you go. That's quite old, isn't it? These are
It's
quite
a little
retro
messy,
toys
but
as
it's
well.
home. So
Just
good.
pop you on there for a minute, my friend.
The hell did, wait,
See
what was
we
that?
have in here. It is
Nothing.
empty. But I am going to look for something with a date on it. Check out these old cars and paints. They're all
You don't
full
want to
as
see
well.
me do my
Okay,
Hogwarts
so
adventure?
there's books literally all over this floor.
You're a witch,
Don't
Luna.
hang me too high. Okay, I won't. Penguin Books. A
Ayo.
Water Splash by Patricia Wentworth.
Wait, you
I'm
got
just
it?
looking for a date, guys, so we can kind of get an idea of when this place was abandoned. Wow. Look at these old checks from 1970. 7th of the 9th, 1970. Stamp duty paid.
Oh, I didn't know.
Dunstable. Well, we're not in Dunstable,
I
so
just
that's
got it.
fine. It's 1970 again.
What school
Look,
are
£4.
you hoping to get?
Wow.
I do this thing called, like, I call it chat roulette. Literally, you guys determine for me, but there's not a lot of people in chat. It's just the two of you. I don't know where Raymond went off to. He probably fell asleep. Well, there's Renzo. Slytherin is the best. Man, I'm so tired of y'all Slytherins. Get out of here. Get out of here with y'all snobby rich selves. The game gave you Hufflepuff. I'm aiming for Gryffindor, but COD, if you start over, is that the class you wanted? There's guarantee answers to get you the class you want. Level 14 and have a broom already. I don't know what level you're supposed to be to get your broom.
£8.
I was
Probably
just
what you
told
got
it
paid
takes a
a
lot.
week.
And everybody knows
1970.
me. I'm gonna be like a fucking headless chicken.
That's pretty cool. Gonna leave that Gonna leave that there anyway. Look at all these Disney books. Walt Disney. It's a diary. Wonder if there's anything written in here. It looks like a children's diary. They've written the dates in Saturday, Sunday. Is there a year on here? That'd be interesting to know, wouldn't it? Spelled Friday wrong. F-R-Y-D-A-Y.
Haha, they spelled it right. Friday.
Can't see a year
If
on
you
that,
know,
which is a
you
shame, but look, it's
know.
very good condition. Nurseryland,
Never heard of that. Actually, wait a
1969.
minute.
Wow.
Damn.
These are so old.
Yeah.
They're 20 years before I was born. Is that a photo? Oh, it was, but it's been burnt.
Oh, Lord.
They've burnt the middle out of there. What else do we have?
Rude. How you guys
This is
doing?
crazy. So literally, the only date we've seen is 1969. 1970,
I feel like the
sorry, is
game
the
wants
latest
everybody
date.
to be Slytherin.
I think a few bits in here are a little bit more modern. But there's so many books and that in here, it's unreal. What are they? Circus Snap, just on the floor over there. Not sure what that is. This stuff is so old. It's probably worth a fortune, some of these books. Well, the older
Maybe I
ones
should take some
anyway. I know a lot of
medicine.
people like to collect the old comics. You know when you just get that feeling that somebody's standing over you? I've completely got that feeling in here, and it's
I always
so
have that
strange,
feeling.
like somebody's
On account of I'm small.
keeping an eye on me. Oh, what a time to say that. We've just found the old attic. We're going to have a look in there.
Not creepy
once
at
we've,
all. Honestly,
looked round this
looks
level.
pretty normal to me.
But we're just in.
Just a metal
Looks
ladder.
like an old child's bedroom going off the size of it. Freezing cold in this room, actual temperature drop. But look at this old record player. Wonder if this is
Possibly
for
can
kids.
go wrong.
Tales from Vienna Woods. Roses from the South. So old, this stuff. It's actually amazing to find. And look at this old chest. It's got fur on there. Probably got fleas. But it looks like a proper old pirate's chest. And what do we have in here? If Hate Could Kill. Some old books.
What an interesting
Rubber
book.
stamp. Oh, from they were obviously playing around with it when we in that diary where they spelt it wrong, spelt Friday wrong. But we got some old books in here too. An old handbag. Check this comic out.
Oh man, I used to watch I used to read these comics all the fucking time from the newspaper. Anybody remember all that shit?
Freak me out.
He's there by himself, by the way, guys.
September 6, 1975. Mickey the Monkey. I'll close that up. All cards from around the world. Look how overgrown the garden is here, guys. Completely overgrown. We have some DIY bits on here. Check that. Gonna look in the attic once we've finished with this floor. Definitely. Heard like a door shut, could be the wind. Not sure.
The hell was that?
Another bedroom here.
Ah.
Looks like a girl would have stayed here.
Vacuum.
Hot point Hoover there. Vacuum. Keep getting told off because Hoover is a make. But look at that, just sat there. Window's been put through. Just looking out into the garden there.
That's crazy.
It's a shame.
The mad comments
Actual shame.
were our classics as well.
Cleared out
Yeah,
once again.
those were the two I was talking about.
Two more rooms.
There's
and then we'll
also
head up to the
Garfield
attic
and
have a
then
look.
another one I can't
Oh,
think of
hello.
off the top of my head.
Look at these guys.
There's
Watching
Mickey.
over the front garden. Mickey Mouse, is that? Like an early version?
Oh, yeah, it looks like
And Dorothy.
really early.
Not sure who that is. Just sat looking out into this garden.
Creepy.
Ooh, I know people like to set the dolls up and that, but it still freaks me out. They still freak me out. I hate dolls. They're disgusting little things. There's no need for them. Oh wow. Last bedroom here.
Yo, he just ragged on anybody
Few
with
bits to
dolls.
look
I'm
at,
so
we'll
dead.
just have a quick look at these. More Disney magazines on the floor there.
Party time.
Looks like the family that lived here. Henry did pass away in the house. That's why it is abandoned. I was just trying to find out what year he actually passed away, but it looks like the 80s, doesn't it? Early 80s. Some more books here. All left in good condition. You always see the royal family books in these old houses. People were well into it back then. People still are now, but not as much. Photo album. Oh, look how old these are. These are proper retro. Down at the beach there.
Those are nice photos though.
Black and white. Wow, it's so cool when you get to see the family that
Yeah.
lived here. I do really like that. But look how old these photographs are. Old horse and cart there. And a day at the zoo. Incredible. That's obviously the little girl that all these old comics once belonged to. Got some more bits just thrown on the floor over there. Some pottery. Got some old school books. That could give us a year to when it was abandoned. September 1978. So it definitely is early 80s.
Bruh.
Wow. The date 1689 to 1815. Amazing, right? And for a kid. But check out what we have up on here. Old Victorian portraits. Some woman there. Actually looks like she's smiling. You don't usually see that on the old portraits.
Oh no.
Some children's pictures. Some old medicine, it looks like. Tablespoons. Look at that. It's measured in tablespoons. That's so cool. I've never seen that before. It's corked as well. The craze here. No, it's not the craze, but I don't know who it is. Obviously, maybe one of them was Henry. Another Victorian portrait. Look at this little girl. She's leaning against one of the tables. I was just looking around to see if it's one of the tables in here. Ah, there we go. Henry and his wife. So this is Henry. This is the fella that passed away in the house.
Hi, Bree.
And there he is on his
Hi,
wedding
Hector.
day, obviously.
Welcome in.
Check that out. That is
How are you guys
unreal.
doing?
Love finding these old portraits. More Disney magazines. The old phone there, that's pretty cool.
I remember
School
those red
books.
little phones.
There is so many Disney magazines here, isn't there? So many.
Kids had to read.
That was $1
My day's been
in
alright.
Malaysia. Hang on. Australia, 25 cents.
I'm just
Canada,
tired.
35 cents. Different prices from all over
I'm
the world.
good though.
What's this?
A plaque.
I can't work that out, but it looks like an urn would have sat here. 1966 on there. Does look like an urn. Don't want to take that out in case I disturb someone. Oh, typewriter. Absolutely amazing. Go home. Well, I do plan on going home eventually, and then just more Children's and stuff. So
I don't know. I mean, I could switch the video, but it's about a haunted house that apparently nobody will enter for whatever reason. Pumpkin with the sub. Welcome in. Enjoy your emotes. And if I had a mod in here, I would advertise. So you've won the list. You've also got the free list. If at any point you would like to have a walk-on, if you go to Blurp, we have that available for you. When I remember to fucking add it, I have stream avatars, so whenever you see little caricatures at the bottom of my screen, you can always go down into my panel area or my description, and you can pick one of those as well. A lot of nice things for people who sub. Thank you so much.
look at this, guys. Absolutely amazing place.
Yeah, apparently this house has been like sat abandoned for decades after that person that died in the house.
I think this house is absolutely fascinating. Some of the old stuff in here from the 1960s and 80s. So we found out
probably
that
from the
Henry
80s.
That passed away here. We've got a name. We know what he looks like. We know he was married and had a child. We know he passed away in the house. Fingers crossed we'll get the equipment going and hopefully pick up some activity.
I don't know. When you go through the house during the day compared to the night, I just don't want to watch it. Is it just me? Blackie, why do you pace? Like you feed my anxiety. I don't like that. Ooh, Dead by Daylight plays ever recorded. Apparently they're what the fuck? A New Beginning, The Infected. See, look, there's like so many survival games that I was like interested in getting. Just too many of them. Entering Chernobyl's tomb. Now, why would you do that? Cake in a can vending machine. Oh no, that looks interesting. Real interesting. Yep. I don't really like Dead by Daylight, but I don't know, it's just shit like that. It's hilarious in games. The Day Before gets worse every day. Why? Overnight in an insane asylum. High School Musical 4. I didn't realize they were making a 4th. I think they needed to stop at 2. Why do they continue to continuously make more? Autistic teen learns how to cook his own dinner using the air fryer. Hell yeah. You still didn't watch it, huh? The short film. I keep forgetting. I haven't really been on YouTube, Renzo. But I can only imagine what kind of video it is. I just can't watch it on stream. I don't think it's an appropriate thing for stream. What happened, COD? You got 3rd? Oh, fuck. Most unexplained and creepy camping videos you will ever see. Let's go. I don't know about a 30-minute video, but... Plague traps people inside their buildings as going outside means instant death? What the hell? Kinda want to see why.
The future of our species is at great risk. Master Chief and the other
yeah, the other side of the box
are our only hope.
Welcome back to Movie Recaps. Today I will show you a 2013 Spanish sci-fi thriller
Stop
film
it.
titled The Last Days. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take
Never
care.
watched this.
In the year 2013, a mysterious epidemic spreads across the planet, causing people to develop an irrational fear of going outside. If they do, they die within seconds. Soon, the streets of every city and town around the world become a wasteland with not a single person outside. Mark Delgado has been living in his workplace for 3 months, surviving on the food from the cafeteria and helping his coworkers dig a passageway in the parking lot that could take them to the subway. One day, he notices someone broke the window of a car to steal a GPS, which makes him quite angry and provokes him into digging more aggressively.
Oof.
This turns out to be a positive thing, because thanks to him, they finally break the wall and find a safe way out of the building. Now everyone is getting ready to leave, and while waiting in line for some provisions, Mark can't help noticing one of his bosses, Enrique, has the GPS in his bag. Mark decides to follow him and confront him about it, and Enrique accepts to talk in private as long as Mark doesn't tell anybody else about it.
Yeah,
Mark starts
she
remembering
can
how he
watch
met
it.
Enrique.
She doesn't
Many months
stream.
ago, the man was hired to take care of the company's productivity problems and was known for being ruthless when it came to treating employees, firing them without hesitation if necessary.
Breed,
When he called Mark to his
remind me
office,
to watch
he
it.
scolded him for taking so long with the project, refusing to hear how difficult the process of
He
programming
was
is,
basically
and gave him
trying
an
to
ultimatum.
see if
He
it
had
would
to be
scare
done by
me,
the end
and
of
I
the
said
month or
very
he'd lose his
unlikely.
job. Mark stayed until late at the office, working on his code and getting more frustrated.
I
by
don't
the
think
second
people
every time
realize
it
how
fails.
psychotic I am with
His
horror
girlfriend
films
Julia
and
called
stuff.
him to tell him she and her friend Andrea were closing up their shop, and Mark promised her he'd be there for dinner. However, his computer blue screened, and he ended up staying longer
I
than
feel like
planned.
people think I'm just
When he
this
finally
sweet,
made it to his
innocent,
apartment,
small
he noticed that his
human
neighbor
being.
opened his door just to see him arrive,
Ugh.
and his girlfriend already had dinner without him. He found her making toys for her shop, and while looking at a puppet she considered keeping for the future, she brought up the subject of having a baby, to which Mark replied he didn't think it was the right moment. Later that night, he couldn't sleep so he watched some TV. The news was talking about a Canadian teenager that recorded his suicide after spending 6 months inside his house, never leaving because of fear. The next morning at work,
Oh,
everyone was
God.
watching the same clip, causing Mark's coworker Rivera to nervously leave the area. Another coworker pointed out he hadn't changed his clothes or taken a shower in days. Back in the present, Mark tells Enrique that he wants to find his girlfriend, and the only way to properly navigate the subway tunnels is with the GPS, since phones don't have a signal anymore. He offers Enrique a deal. If he takes Mark to his girlfriend, he'll give him all the supplies he took from Rivera's locker. Enrique at first says no, but he changes his mind pretty quickly when Mark threatens to tell everyone about the stolen GPS. After saying goodbye to their coworkers, the two men enter the subway tunnels. The GPS is working fine, but they keep it off to save the battery life, and for now, they make do with a subway map. There are lots of people down there already, and they even hear gunshots, so they
Oh,
hurry up until
God.
they make it to the station, which is full of survivors from wall to wall. Suddenly, a teenager steals Enrique's bag with the GPS. He and Mark start chasing him through the station, following him upstairs and even dodging a fire until they make it to an area behind the turnstile. The kid joins 3 men that include his brother, who is a former cop and carries a gun. As the city outside finally starts losing all its power, the cop makes them fall to their knees while his brother finds the GPS in the backpack, then he comes closer to get Mark's bag as well.
Honestly,
When the
I'd
lights
slap
go
the
off
dog
inside
shit
the
out of this
station
kid.
too, Enrique jumps on the cop
It's just
and
a
struggles
movie
with him for the
recap.
gun while
I've
Mark
never
tackles
watched the
the
movie.
boy and recovers the
Blackie!
GPS after it falls on the
Away
floor
from
and
my
gets
door.
its
If I
screen
have to
cracked.
barricade that,
With the bag safe
Mom.
in his arms, Mark hides behind a column
I'm not
while
playing with
Enrique
you.
manages to get the gun from the cop and kills him before wounding his partner with a shot as well. Then he joins Mark and together they run away, easily mixing themselves in the crowd thanks to the darkness that has now taken over the place.
That's crazy.
They stop by the stairs to bandage the cut Enrique has
How
on
you
his
doing,
hand
Win?
and to check if the GPS is still working after it fell. Thankfully it does. When Mark sees Enrique is keeping the gun, he thinks he's about to be left behind, but Enrique says he's going to keep his part of the deal. Mark starts thinking about the days before the lockdown again. One morning, when he was leaving his apartment to go to work,
I think it's
he heard a big
exclamation
amount
point
of flies
Blackie,
inside his
like
neighbor's place and noticed the door was open.
BLACKIE.
So he went inside to see what was going on. He found the entire apartment filled with trash bags and a putrid smell that made him
he
cough.
does this. Basically, my dog does this thing when I don't give him attention. I don't really know his real reasonings behind it. This movie is interesting. I don't know where it's from. Like, I think they said it in the beginning, like it's a Canadian movie or something. I don't know. Honestly, I might watch it. I like interesting stuff like this, but yeah, back to my dog story. He does this literally every single day, and he's fine all day. As long as he has eyesight on me, he's perfectly fine. He's living his best sleepy life all the time. As soon as I have to go to work or I have to stream, he literally sits there and he paces around my room and he either shits or pees or all this other shit. It's like he saves it for when I go live, and I'm just annoyed with it. Like, fucking stop. Like, right now he's forcibly going to sleep, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I've never watched this movie, so I can't really say much.
His neighbor found him and attacked him with a knife, wondering why he came inside when he had never taken interest in him before and didn't even know his name. Mark asked him for how long he had stayed inside, and the man said he hadn't left the apartment in months. He tried to, but he was too scared and couldn't do it. Afterward, Mark went to work, where he saw Rovira being dragged away by security guards after he got fired for having been sleeping in the office and never going home. Mark followed them out as Rovira tried his best to fight back to no avail. The guards dragged him outside, and he immediately started convulsing. Having a theory of what was going on, Mark told the guards to help him take him back inside, but it was too late. Rovira was already dead. Afterward,
wait, they were
Mark
all
checked
outside
Rovira's
with
locker
him.
And found a bunch of survival
He
supplies,
has my
like a
attention
flashlight,
all
a gas
day,
canister,
every day,
and
Renzo.
canned
Like,
food.
that's insane.
Later in the evening, he told Julia about what happened and how he thought something serious was going on. Julia comforted him and they made love. Back in the present, Mark wakes up from a nap and doesn't see Enrique anywhere, so he thinks he's abandoned him, but Enrique soon shows up with a plastic bag he's retrieved to protect the GPS from water damage. The two men return to the subway tunnels, where Mark tries to find out what or who is waiting for Enrique at his destination, but he refuses to answer. He also notices how Enrique saves the seeds of everything he eats, like apples. Some moments later, with the help of the GPS, they found an entrance to the sewers and jump inside,
I would
not
too.
getting hurt because the water cushions their fall. They use the GPS again to find their way around and eventually, they arrived at the area under Mark's apartment building. To get inside, they make a simple plan. They hang the gas canister from the ceiling pipes and they'll make explode by shooting it with the gun. Enrique fails his shot, so Mark takes over and tries himself, also failing his first try and causing his ear to bleed with the noise.
Ooh.
When he tries again, however, he does hit the mark and the resulting explosion throws him back on the floor. Enrique helps him.
If you're just starting to play this game, do not hatch the dragon egg at the start. You don't have much resources at the start. Hatching the egg would cost you most of your economy.
Stand up and together, they climb the debris and go through the hole to access the building, which just like the station is also filled with refugees. His old neighbor is still living in the same apartment, but the door to Mark's has its lock broken.
Was his neighbor naked?
They can see Anna looking at them through the spy hole, and this infuriates Mark, who starts yelling and pushing the door that is being held back by a man speaking in a foreign language. Taking advantage of the man's exposed hand, Mark bites it, causing him to step back and finally getting to enter his home. The man threatens them with a knife and Enrique takes out his gun in return, reaching an impasse until the man's wife and daughter show up. The little girl understands their language and explains they didn't have anywhere to go, so they took the apartment because it was empty. After both men put their weapons down, Mark tells them the place is his and takes a photograph of Julia from the wall to ask them if they've seen her, but they swear there was nobody there when they arrived.
Damn.
Afterward, they took a look around the place. Enrique finds no food in the fridge, but there are dead doves being prepared to eat, and an old popcorn bag in the trash can from which he retrieves the seeds. He also takes a kitchen knife with him. Mark, meanwhile, goes to Julia's work table and after finding her puppet, he grabs a drawing the little girl made and turns around the sheet of paper when he sees the name of a doctor on the corner. It's the picture of an ultrasound, because Julia has been pregnant since the last time he saw her and he didn't know about it. Mark starts remembering their last time together. They were watching the news about the pandemic they were calling the panic, which was causing more and more deaths around the world. The government asked the citizens to stay calm and to keep on carrying on their everyday lives as usual, which infuriated Mark. His mood got worse when the news changed to show pregnant women giving birth in awful conditions, and he started to rant about the irresponsibility of it all, which made Julia finally understand that he never truly wanted kids and all his given reasons through the years were just excuses. Upset and crying, she ran and locked herself in the bathroom, ignoring him when Mark tried to talk to her through the door. He left for work then, already noticing how there weren't many people on the streets and the trash was piling up in the cans. A man in the subway was even wearing a mask. When he made it to the office, he called Julia, but it was Andrea who picked up her phone, telling him Julia didn't want to talk to him at the moment. Getting desperate, Mark decided to go back, especially after both the phone and nearby televisions lost their connection. However, as soon as he stepped outside, he started to feel sick, so he had to run back inside and stay there permanently. Back in the present, it has started to rain, so Mark and Enrique help the family gather water by using an old stretcher. Soon people all over the city are using sticks to put buckets and pots under the rain to refill their water reserve. In the evening, Enrique carves 2 spears out of broomsticks, and Mark fills various bottles with the newly acquired water. He also puts Julia's puppet in his bag. They get back into the sewers in the morning, and when they reach a split, they argue over what way to choose. Mark wants to go to the mall where Julia used to work to see if she's there, but Enrique refuses, saying his deal was only to take him to his apartment and it isn't his fault she wasn't there when they arrived. He even takes out his knife to defend himself and wonders aloud if Julia is even alive, which makes Mark furious and causes him to jump on him to beat him up. In the struggle, Enrique drops the knife, and Mark drops the flashlight, which breaks when it hits the floor.
Damn.
The two men break up the fight and Mark demands to know what Enrique has that could be more important than his wife and baby, so Enrique finally confesses he wants to go to the hospital his father has been staying at after he lost the capacity to move because of an embolism. He also tells Mark that he could come with him because once he reaches the hospital, the GPS can be his. After some hesitation, Mark accepts. The duo finds some stairs that take them inside a church. While looking around, they find a lighter and a hip flask with alcohol still in it, so they use both things plus some wood to start a fire. It seems the light has called someone's attention, because they hear some noises nearby, so they grab their spears and go investigate.
Oh no.
What they find at the back of the church is quite a surprise.
It's a bear,
who quickly starts chasing after them.
Oh hell
Mark
no.
is about to reach the sewer stairs when he notices Enrique has fallen and the bear is on him, so he decides to stay and help. He pokes the animal with his spear to get him off Enrique, who rushes back to their bonfire and lights a torch to keep the bear at bay. This isn't enough, however. The bear is advancing and pushing them towards the doors that would take them outside, so Mark comes up with a plan. He asks Enrique to drop the torch, and when he does, the bear uses the chance to jump on him. So Mark receives him with his spear pointed at him, causing the bear to impale itself on it. Both men can't help laughing when they find a tag that says the bear comes from the Barcelona Zoo. Moments later,
that's
they're
tough.
eating the bear meat that they have roasted over the fire. Enrique thanks Mark for staying instead of escaping with the GPS and admits that before everything happened, he would have fired him even if he had finished the project on schedule. But this confession only makes them laugh again. Enrique also admits that he's worried that without his father, nobody will notice if he dies, and there are some important things he still needs to talk to him about. In return, Mark tells him he told Julia he didn't want kids, but it wasn't entirely true. He was just scared he wouldn't be able to take care of and protect the kid, a fear that has only gotten worse in the current situation. Some hours later, they go back to the sewers and come across a family coming from the opposite direction. One of them is hurt, so they tell them to go with them to the hospital, but they reply with bad news. Rumors said the hospital Enrique's father was at is burned down. Freaking out, Enrique rushes into the nearest door and enters a building, where he climbs the stairs until he reaches a floor high enough to oversee the city and confirm the rumors. The hospital has indeed burned down. Feeling like he has nothing else to live for, Enrique breaks the window with a chair and gets ready to jump, but Mark pushes him back inside and tells him he needs him. Enrique disagrees, so he gives Mark the seeds for his future baby and tells him to leave. After going through the sewers again, Mark finally reaches the mall, which he enters through a parking lot filled with bodies. Ignoring the sensation of being followed, he rushes to Julia's shop, but he only finds the body of Andrea's mother. Getting incredibly desperate, he looks through all the papers and notebooks, but he doesn't find any clues.
At least
he
it's
throws
not
it
a
all on the
zombie
ground with
movie,
anger
right?
and cries until he notices something in the mirror. After cleaning away the dust, he finds a note from Andrea for her mother, saying they're stuck in the supermarket section of the mall. Mark hurries to that area, which has been barricaded so the people leaving upstairs can't come to steal food from them any longer. The men guarding them threaten Mark with a bow, so he takes out a picture he brought from his apartment and explains he doesn't want trouble, he just wants to find his girlfriend. One of the men goes to the back to see if Julia is there with them, and while waiting, Mark sees some shadows moving behind him. Suddenly, a group of people that had been following him comes out, taking advantage of the distraction Mark has created to break into the market and fight for the food. As both groups get into a violent confrontation, Mark enters the market as well and looks for Julia, but finds Andrea instead. She mentions the last day she saw Julia was before she went to the doctor and, after kicking off an incoming attacker, guides Mark towards a nearby exit. However, they get separated when a beam on fire falls from the ceiling between them, trapping Andrea between the flames and the outside world. She opens the doors and Mark encourages her to go out, but she can't bring herself to do it and dies when more of the ceiling falls on top of her. Mark wastes no time and starts running in the opposite direction, only to be jumped on by one of the crazy raiders. He's about to be stabbed when suddenly, Enrique appears and pushes the guy away before helping Mark to stand.
Why do I care so much what people think about me? I think I'm gay.
Stand up as he tells him he knew he'd still need him. The attacker hasn't left though, and he quickly comes closer again to stab Enrique in the stomach. Enrique pushes him away again and is about to impale him with his spear when he notices it's just a kid, so he decides to spare him. Pretending his wound isn't a big deal and he's fine, Enrique tells Mark they should hurry out of the mall before the whole building collapses.
It's not fine.
They cross the sewers once more until they find a hole in the ceiling that someone else dug, and when they climb inside it, they find themselves in a movie theater. There's nobody around, So Mark approaches the glass door and sees that Julia's doctor's office is across the street. It's impossible for him to reach it like this though, because the tunnel is blocked. Getting desperate, he goes upstairs and looks through the window, trying to see if he can find Julia inside the other building. It takes him a moment, but he does end up seeing her, and when he does, he starts calling her name and hitting his window, hoping she'll see him as well. At first, it looks like she'll never turn around, but it seems Mark's tactic has a good effect because Julia suddenly turns and the couple finally sees each other again and cries with happiness. Mark rushes downstairs to tell Enrique about Julia, only to find him sitting at the theater bleeding out. He wants to look for something to bandage the wound up, but Enrique doesn't let him, claiming his time has come. His last words are a request for Mark to stop whining and cross the street to reunite with his family once and for all. Enrique dies then, and Mark takes a moment to cry for him before following his advice. Both he and Julia make it to their respective doors, and after some hesitation, Enrique finally steps outside. He immediately starts feeling sick and dizzy, his ears start bleeding, and he has trouble walking. But by keeping his eyes on Julia, he manages to continue even after falling, crawling the rest of the way as a bright white light becomes the only thing he can see around him. Suddenly, Julia's face appears above him, and as the light disperses, Mark realizes he's successfully crossed the street and made it to the building, finally reuniting with his beloved. The couple stays in that building and starts a new life there, collecting water from the rain and growing Enrique's seeds. Their boy is born strong and healthy, and when he learns to walk, he goes outside on his own, proving the new generation isn't affected by the panic.
That's weird.
Many years later, a group of wandering teenagers shows up at their door, so Mark and Julia decide to let their son join them so he can have a chance to know what the outside world is like and perhaps have a chance to rebuild society from the scratch. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this.
Ugh, that's tough. Alright. Let's attempt to play the game I wanted to play. Let's see if it'll work. Damn, there's already DLC for it. That's crazy. That was good. Honestly, it's like, I just don't understand. I guess having to watch the movie will explain why the fear was what killed them. I don't know. I think for the time being, I'm going to hide. I'm going to hide those. And I'm going to get rid of this. I can always add it back. Better late than never, I always say, right, guys? I'm just starting my school year the way I always do, late. Late. Oh yeah, I forgot it was PokeCheck. Honestly, the music is really nice. Hold on, let me fucking exit this shit really quickly. This game is really nice. I've never played... And I haven't watched anybody really play it. I have avoided it like the plague. Wait, what's so funny, Bree? What's so funny? What you mean good luck? It's my first playthrough. depending on your hardware, this may take a few moments. Please wait for the process to complete. Okay. Take your time, Brie. The best tip I can give you is if enemy shield is blue, use blue magic. Sounds a lot like backseating to me. I gotta see if it'll even like register on my PC. I was informed that this is very CPU intense. Nah, you're good. I'm sure the game will tell me, right? You're just like, my bad, my bad, my bad. I'm sure the game will tell me. It's just chugging. Hey, can you stop it? I'm getting on my last nerves, Blackie. Don't look at me like I got 6 heads. Nah, you're good. Go eat your food. Why don't you go do that, Bucky? Go eat your food. How far in the game are you? I'm excited, guys. And for anybody that was not here yesterday, if you guys are interested in Sons of the Forest, it is coming out tomorrow. Early access. I believe it's $30 US, so if you've been waiting for it like I have, there you go. I just put you on. That'll be $5. No, I'm just kidding. You don't play it. My friend Kills does. I'm playing Wild Hearts. What? The Sons of the Forest? It's not out yet. I mean, if you've played The Forest, which I highly recommend you play, it's a good game. Shout out to all my pairs. Oh, Hogwarts? Ah. You're driving to work? I hope you have a good day at work. Sorry for the pause at the moment. You better be careful. People need to stop texting and driving. Just be careful. I do it all the time. You know, if you're gonna text and drive, you might as well do speech to text. That way you can focus on driving and still treat it like a walkie-talkie. Come on. You can finish this. Come on, Gabe. I mean, if you're gonna be dumb, you might as well be smart dumb, you know? I've lost too many people that I went to school with or I knew to car crashes or drunk driving, so I always encourage people not to do it. Yeah. Or, like, what's weird is that it was motorcycles, mainly. Not car accidents, it was motorcycle accidents. So a lot of people were like, oh, I don't want my man or my girl to get a motorcycle because they're going to die. And I was like, oof. Almost! Yeah, I've ridden on a few of them. They're nice, but fun fact. Well, not a fun, like interesting story, I guess. The last time I was on a motorcycle, the exhaust burnt my leg, and now I have a permanent burn mark on the back side of I think my right leg. It's either my right or my left. I got a hole in my left. And I think it's on my right. Let me actually look. I can see it. Yeah, it's so I have injuries on both legs. I got a burn on my calf and a hole in the back of my left leg. Do you know I have the same mark on my right calf from motorcycle? Is it a big circle? Well, it's not really a big circle, but it looks like a birthmark. I got lucky. It's really faint, but you definitely can notice it. It's like almost like a chunk of my calf. I also found the photos of when I got attacked by a dog on my left leg. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I feel like I could have lost my leg. Or I could have broke it multiple times. Not to mention, if I'm not mistaken, on my right leg, on my knee, like I have multiple, I fell through a deck. Nah, only one. Yeah, I'm not friends with the person, but at the time, it was my first time sleeping over at her house when we were a lot younger. And she, I guess, had a tendency to kind of provoke and pick on an older dog that lived with her aunt and her. And I guess he was blind, and she didn't give it a bath or nothing, so it had like dirt on its mouth. And literally, I walked through the door after getting going there, and I get attacked when I'm trying to go to her room. We were supposed to go out that night. I mean, we did, but yeah, there was a lot of blood. And then when we came home, I felt so sick. I'm convinced it wasn't just like the food and the drinking we did. I really am convinced that I had an infection of sorts. Listen, if a dog isn't trying to bite you, you need to figure out what you're doing wrong. Nah, like the dog was sleeping, but it mistaken me for her. I feel like that it should have been her, but she ended up laughing at me, so I was like, yeah. Until she realized it was serious, and I could have sued or I could have done some shit. I could have gone to the hospital. I had a fucking hole in my leg, bro. I had my, like, oh man. I have these, like, black high top boots. Very emo of me at that. And I wore those boots. I barely wore them, so they were practically new. I had new leggings. You know, I knew we were going out, so I wanted to be covered but still look cute. And that's what she did. And then I ended up getting sick, and I was like nauseous, I was vomiting, and then her brother got sick, and she started feeling sick the next day. Is this supposed to be a black screen? Yeah, but basically, I'm gonna exit the game and come back. Cause ain't no way. This is a black fucking screen, and it's not moving. You'll probably be able to hear me a little bit better too. Yeah, it says it's not responding. But I dead-legged myself because the way that it was it basically felt like a lion or a large creature that grabbed my entire knee, and if I would have bent it left, right, forward, back, or whatever, it would have. I can still hear the game even though I exited it. That's crazy. Yeah, you gotta give me a minute. She's gonna exit the game and it's gonna restart that process. I mean, there's nothing I can really do about that COD. It wouldn't load. It was glitching. But yeah. So I've had interesting things happen to me. Like things is like going in my backyard and on the same leg, well the opposite leg of the dog attack, I fell through my deck. And I tried not to highlight my body and stuff like that, but there's like an inside joke with me and my mom where when I fell through the deck, I was like, if I didn't have an ass, I would have died because my hips and my ass stopped me from falling all the way through, so I was kind of like just dangling. We just have a lot of inside jokes about fucked up situations. Fuck my life. Just some interesting, funny stuff. Interesting, funny stuff. Can my PC not be stupid? Can we, could we possibly, you know, like actually function and work? That would be amazing. Litwick. But yeah, bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. Is that how it's gonna be every time, guys? Like, COD, when I load the game, is it gonna do that every single time? I'm chilling. I mean, I really am chilling, but yo. No, but my shit's not loading up. It's being stupid. For once, Discord is being low power usage. But of course, Streamlabs desktop and fucking Google Chrome over here just slurping and But yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's not. Steam's not loading up. That's crazy.